We're going to get into the mind of the trader, tracking your trades, like how can you become better at this. Most traders don't journal. I would suggest doing it. The reason why is you can't improve what you can't track, right? And so, or what you don't track. And so journaling will help you see the patterns, see your behavior, and identify setups that actually trade well. It'll also help you to stop repeating silly mistakes. So I'm just looking here, right? NVIDIA had a really amazing morning. If I look at my time frames, well, that wasn't very helpful. And all of my videos really is the way that I journal. So if you go back through, you'll see them. So what am I looking at here on NVIDIA? Okay, let's do some live stuff. NVIDIA on the week is a 3-2 week, right? But the week could flip red. We still have time in the day to flip that week red. What would do that? How could that happen? What would make that happen, right? You want to talk about your trades. Alex always says, what will taking this create, negate, or do? So if I'm day trading and I know where my weekly open is, right here, I know that NVIDIA is bullish, which means that if I do short this, it has to be short-lived because all of my time frames are green, right? It's showing me this, obviously, except for the hour. So if I'm looking at this and I see a double inside hour, man, I want to trade that. I want to short it. Where am I going, right? The first thing I need to ask myself is, where am I getting in? So if I'm getting in off this inside hour, where am I going? Target 1, target 2, low of day. Okay, great. What will it create, negate, or do? Same concept. So if I'm only trading on the day, then I can look at these time frames. Okay, oh wow, look, cool. This is a double inside 30. That triggers the double inside hour. That could flip to day green, right? Sorry, this was really supposed to be about mindset, but now you're getting some bonus. So if I enter here, this is called a domino trade. The double inside 30 triggers the inside double inside hour, which could cause the day to flip, the week and the day to flip red, right? So that's what I'm watching, right? What can it create, negate, or do? So I'd write that down, right? I took a domino trade today on NVIDIA. Double inside 30 triggered the double inside hour. So that's cool. And then I can look here and see if the 15 was a domino. It wasn't. That's fine. So I can take this domino and just watch what happens here. I'll be, hopefully this video won't be 26 minutes, but you'll see some sort of movement, right? But remember, I'm trading against time frame continuity. So my short, I need to have tight stops, and I need to know that this is more times than not a scalp, okay? When you're journaling, you want to write all of that down, right? And what else should you be tracking? You should be tracking the date, the ticker, and the time frame, right? So I took this on the 30-minute time frame. It's a domino into the hour time frame. Okay. And then I also need to be logging the setup type. So this is a inside and down, right? So it's a 2, 1, 2. Double inside, I'm still counting it as a 1, right? So 2, 1, 2, reversal. 2, 1, 2, reversal. Okay. Double inside bars are usually a lot stronger than single inside bars. So that's just something to note. All right. I also want to be tracking my entry, my stop, and my target. I want to track the result, and I want to note anything on the execution, the psychology, like did I hesitate? Did I revenge trade? What was that? Okay. Also, over time, you'll be able to see how you do, right? Like example, I do better with 2-1-2 longs. I'm 80% success rate there, as opposed to like a rev strat short when you have 20% success rate. Whatever that looks like for you, you want to be logging that. And the goal for this is not to be perfect, right? The goal is to get better on purpose, right? And the psychology just behind all of this is being able to trust yourself and trust your charts and have confidence. If the setup is clean and the signal is clear, and still you hesitate, overthink, or sabotage this trade, then this isn't a charting problem, right? It's a brain problem. And journaling and tracking your trades will help you identify that and help you get better with that. And that's why the psychology matters, right? Because trading isn't just about charts. It's about, if you doubt yourself, do you chase? Do you hesitate? Do you take losses personally? All of that. And so I didn't draw my lines here for you, but this is my entry, right? And because I know this has to be short-lived, this would be my stop. I'm putting my stop on the current candle because this stop appears too far away. And I know that this has to work, like this has to go. If it comes back up here, then it's going against me, okay? And yeah, also, I want to mention in your journaling, you should know what kills your execution. Is it overconfidence? Is it fear? Is it like attachment to winning? All of that information and data will help you as you move forward. And then just start doing live trade breakdowns when and if you can. It's important to know when you got in the trade, because then you'll start to notice certain things happen at certain times of day. And then you can really start getting into, do I exit fully? Do I scale out my exit? If I'm in a winner, how do I let it win? All of that needs to be information that you are tracking as you're moving forward. So you know the very basics of the strat. Going through this, you know the basics. Granted, I'm not a teacher, so like feedback is great and welcomed. But now you have a foundation. So what do you do next? The way to level up is to focus on 1 or 2 setups that click. If it's a 1-2-2, if it's a 2-2 reversal, if it's a 3-1-2, whatever that is, focus on those. And then just get your reps in. Keep journaling. Join the community. Join like the Strat community, whatever that looks like. Talk in the chat. Ask questions. And that will help you as you continue to grow. Okay? And just move slowly until you start to feel more comfortable and more confident. Right? And look at this NVIDIA trade. I mean, it's moving slow for sure, but you have a whole hour to get down here. And if it goes against you, then it goes against you. But you'll only take a minimal loss, which is so important. Okay? The strat works because you work it. So you're going to have to respect that process, stay sharp, and just never trade without a plan. There always needs to be a plan, right? When I looked at this, I said, okay, cool. This can go down. Great. What else? This can go down and do what? It can go down and flip the day and the week red. Okay. What else? Where am I going? I'm going down to the open. That's my first. Well, that's not my first. This is my first target. That's my second target, right? Then my final target would be low of day. Okay. And then I also know where I'm going to exit, right? You need to have a plan before you get into a trade. Don't just blindly start clicking buttons. It's going to make this process more difficult and longer for you. All right. Ask questions. I want to be as helpful as possible as I attempt to just kind of get rid of all of the over information around the strat. I've seen so many people's videos, not just from this Discord, just there's so many people that trade the strat, which is amazing. But sometimes I just feel like the information is more than what's needed, right? I just need to know how to draw broad information. I just need to know what candles I should be looking for. And so I hope that this helped with that. And if not, let me know and I'll try something else.